next thing we're going to do, and I'm sure you noticed I plugged the RCA into this. Basically what this is the RCA coming directly out of the back of the radio. Gary actually has an EQ in here, so we're going directly from the radio. This is not from the EQ. You need to find out the maximum output on the radio first. Okay, that's the key thing, because you don't want to take the signal that you're coming from your source unit. You don't want that to distort, so it's got to stay clean. That's the most important thing, and so many people get that wrong, thinking, oh, just crank the radio full blast. Doesn't work that way. We're going to go ahead and plug this back in to the EQ, and then we're going to check the maximum output volume on the EQ as well. I'm going to do it the same way I just did the radio, and basically you should see the same thing. Okay, so hold on one second. Just bear with me as I do this. Okay, go ahead and plug that one back in, Gary. We know volume-wise on the radio, 36. We're going to go to 35, and we're going to leave it there, okay? So from testing from now on, we're going to stay at volume 35 on the deck. All right.
Can you pause that?
What's that?
Can you pause that?
Yep.
Not about your camera.
No, it does not pause, unfortunately. For those of you who don't realize or understand, this is my iPhone. I don't have super fancy equipment for recording. Again, I'm not a photographer or videographer. I do car stereo. Alright, he's going to get that plugged in. I'm going to grab this meter. We're going to walk to the back here. And I'm going to let Gary control the remote from now on for the rest of this that we're testing. Okay?
Oh, this is a pain in the ass.
Quit crying. You're getting your system set up for free. Okay, I'm going to grab this little splitter. And the main reason I'm doing this, I don't know if some of you know that or not, you can have different signal from left to right on the on any kind of stereo. Even say if you even have a bad RCA. So what I'm going to do is I'm just taking both of these, I'm going to plug them in to give me one output, so I can plug it into the unit itself. Okay, so just bear with me one second. And Gary, do you have the EQ already plugged back in, sir? Yes. Okay. I'm going to take this meter. This is very difficult to do with one hand. I'm glad this tool is easy to use. Plug the RCA into the top. Okay. Gary, I need you to go ahead and take your radio back to track number 1. Now, do you have your volume down on the EQ? Okay, good. You're on track 1. I need you to turn the volume up slowly on the EQ. Keep going. Are you sure the EQ is plugged in? You're getting nothing back here.
This isn't playing.
Oh, unpause it.
I didn't know you had no pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, turn it up. Alright, there we go. 40 hertz detected. Keep going slowly. Keep going. Alright, back it off a little bit. There you go. Alright, now what that means is Gary does not need to touch that volume knob on that EQ ever again. It needs to stay right where it's at and use the volume on the radio, Gary. I know, Gary. Okay, so that's set up for there. Now we know the maximum output on the EQ, and it's going to be set, and he's not going to change it again. Right, Gary? Okay, good. Alright, now, next thing we need to do, go ahead and pause the radio. Okay, I'm going to unplug this. We're going to plug the... If I can get Gary to give me a hand here. Gary, if you could, hold that for me. You got to pay attention to what you're looking at, so you're not looking at the sunroof. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug the RCAs back into the amplifier. Now, one thing I've already done that you can't see, we went ahead and disconnected the speaker wires going from the amplifier that goes to the speakers. So now I'm going to make adjustments based on that. What I need to do here is to go ahead and plug this in. This is our test lead. Okay, now you want to use the same ground for the amplifier, for your ground, for your the black wire that's on the SMD tester. Okay. Conveniently, Gary has his battery right here, so I'm going to go ahead and tie into the negative, which is, which one over here? Gary, I can't see.
Right there on the right.
This one's the negative? Okay. Okay, I got negative over there. Got my SMD meter set up right here. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, I'm going to go to the back side of this because it's probably going to be easier, I think. Alright, Gary, on the radio, you're at 40 hertz. I need you to go ahead and turn that up, the radio.
So start one.
Start track number 1, turn it up.
Well, you need to turn it all the way down, don't you, first?
Well, yeah. Should get to around volume 35. Just for the sake of argument, go to volume 36 for me. Okay, now is that 36?
It's 35.
35? Well, no. Alright, turn the volume up again for me. Where are you at? 35? Alright, there you go. Alright, turn the volume. Where are you at?
35.
I don't know why it's saying low battery. The volume's on 35?
Uh-huh.
Okay, turn the EQ down just one little notch. Not that far.
That wasn't me.
No, it was the track. It was starting over then. Turn the EQ down just one notch there, buddy. The EQ, not the radio.
I turned it back down to 1. I turned it to 1.
Okay, so where are you at now? On the EQ?
I turned the EQ down just a hair.
Okay.
Hold on.
Alright, back
Okay,
down
now
just
we're
a
on
little bit.
36. Alright, there's 35.
Okay, good. Alright, so we're good to go now. Now we're gonna tune the output of this. I'm not really sure why it's saying low battery, because the battery is brand new. But regardless, we're gonna go ahead and set this. Okay, make sure it's on track number 3 for me, please, Gary.
Okay.
And I'm going to slowly turn this up until the distortion light comes on. And then I'm going to back it off some. Okay, Gary, go to track number 4 for me. Now it's just picking up 1 kilohertz. And I'm going to check the gain one more time. Should be just barely there. And I'm going to back it off just a tiny bit. There we go. That simple. Now that amp is set up. The only adjustments that would be made on it would be, of course, the crossover settings, which that you tune by ear, obviously according to your taste, and obviously according to what the speakers can handle. I usually recommend referring to your owner's manual on the speakers for that. They'll tell you what they're capable of doing. Again, always trust your ears on that particular side of it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to test the output, or we're going to test the settings on the amplifier for the subs. Okay? Give me 1 second, I'll get the meter plugged in back here. Again, this is going to be difficult to do and see. Can you still see the meter?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. Now, getting back here, I'm going to do the same thing. I need you to go to track number 3 for me, Gary. Okay, and we're all the way down. And I'm going to slowly turn this up. Still at volume 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can see it's picked up to 40 hertz. And I'm backing off just a tiny bit less, just so the distortion light's off. So it's that simple and that easy. That amp is already set. The only thing, again, that you're going to set after that will be your crossover settings. But other than that,